Beatles gave us joy, they gave us love, they gave us the sound of the 20th century itself. But there was another side to the Fab Four. Beneath the screams of Beatlemania and the glow of psychedelic colors were shadows of despair, paranoia, violence, death, and a band wrestling with its own demons. Tonight, on Rocklaw, we count down the 15 darkest Beatles songs tracks that show the band at their most raw, their most haunted, and their most human. From whispered cries for help, to twisted tales of obsession, to songs forever linked with madness and murder. This is the Beatles like you've never heard them before. Countdown begins. Written in Rishikesh, India, during the Beatles' meditation retreat, Lennon was exhausted, sleepless, and dependent on stimulants. His letters to Yoko at the time mirror the despair in the lyrics. It's doing me harm, you know I can't sleep. I can't stop the blame, you know. Musical greatness, minimal instrumentation, whisper to growl dynamics. It's one of Lennon's most intimate vocal performances. Cultural impact. The final whispered muttering fueled decades of Paul is dead conspiracy theories, as fans claim to hear Paul is a dead man. Miss him, miss him. I'm feeling so upset. Album impact on the White Album, which sold over 24 million copies worldwide, making it one of the best-selling double albums in history. So upset, although I'm so tired. Legacy. Modern artists point to I'm So Tired as proto-confessional songwriting, paving the way for grunge and alternative rock's raw honesty. Backstory. Lennon wrote it as a parody of British blues bands, but what came out was deadly serious. Musical greatness, recorded live in a cramped Abbey Road closet for a suffocating sound. Ringo's drums feel like heavy footsteps in the dark. Girl, you know the reason why. Cultural impact. Lennon later performed it with Eric Clapton at the Rock and Roll Circus. Critics hail it as one of the Beatles' heaviest songs. Of the sky, my father was of the earth, but I am of the universe. Album impact. The White Album's sales tie in here again. Its eclectic nature allowed darker tracks like this to sit next to pop ballads. Legacy. Cited as an early step toward hard rock and heavy metal. Writing the words of the sermon that no one will hear. Inspired by real gravestones Lennon and McCartney saw, and an elderly woman Paul knew, the name Eleanor Rigby was discovered years later on a tombstone near Liverpool. No one comes near, look at him working, darling. Musical greatness. No guitars, no drums, just a double-string quartet arranged by George Martin. A chamber piece disguised as pop. What does he care? All the lonely people. Awards. Won the Grammy for Best Contemporary Vocal Performance. Chart success. Reached number 1 in the UK, number 11 in the Rs. Come from all the lonely people. Album impact. Appeared on Revolver, which sold over 5 million copies in the US alone, and is often ranked a Beatles' greatest album. Legacy became a cultural shorthand for loneliness and anonymity in modern life. A soap impression of his wife, which he ate and donated to the... Backstory. Inspired by a gun magazine Lennon saw, he fused sexual imagery with addiction metaphors. Musical greatness. A song in 3 movements duo wop, hard rock and psychedelic climax. A technical masterpiece for the band. Album impact. White Album again, whose success gave Lennon a platform to get this avant-garde piece heard by millions. I need a fix 'cause I'm going down. Legacy, still considered one of the Beatles' most musically complex tracks, covered by Tori Amos and U2, proving its enduring influence. From rock anthem to murder manifesto. Backstory: McCartney wanted to outdo The Who with the loudest rock song. He succeeded too well. Musical greatness, screeching guitars, unhinged vocals, and Ringo Starr screaming, "I've got blisters on my fingers." At the end,
Down fast, but don't let me break you.
cultural impact, twisted by Charles Manson as a symbol for his apocalyptic race war, forever linked to tragedy.
Helter Skelter. Helter Skelter.
Legacy, credited as the birth of heavy metal, inspires bands from Black Sabbath to Motley Crue.
Hey, Rocklore community. Before we continue, let's have a real talk for a second, bro. You know, this isn't just a channel to us. And I hope it's not just a place you come to watch a video and then forget about it. This is a community. It's a place where we get to dig up the secrets of rock and roll, share our favorite riffs, and celebrate the artists who maybe didn't get the love they deserved. Right now, only about 1% of our viewers are subscribed. We can change that together and grow this community. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button with the notification bell on. When you do, you're not just helping a channel grow, you're becoming a member of the Rocklore family. You're signaling to us and to YouTube that these stories matter, that this music is worth preserving, and that this community is a place you want to be. Subscribing is your way of making sure you're always in the loop. It means you'll be the first to know when we unearth a forgotten legend, drop a new countdown, or dive into a piece of rock history you've never heard before. So if you're a true fan of the lore, if you get that same feeling of discovery that I do, then come join us. It takes 1 second to be a part of something bigger.
He is free.
Backstory, based on a real newspaper article about a runaway teen, 17-year-old Melanie Co.
Most of our lives, we gave her.
Musical greatness, orchestral arrangement, no Beatles instruments, just Paul and John's haunting vocals.
Father snores as his
Awards, part of SGT, Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, which won the Grammy for Album of the Year and has sold over 32 million copies worldwide. Legacy, a devastating time capsule of the generation gap in the 1960s.
Well, I just had to laugh.
Backstory. Lennon read about a fatal car crash. McCartney wrote about mundane daily life. They stitched the two together.
And out in a car. He did.
Musical greatness. The famous orchestral build-up crescendo, ending with a 40-second sustained piano chord.
People stood and stared.
Awards. Landmark of SGT. Pepper, Grammy Album of the Year, ranked number 26 on Rolling Stone's 500 Greatest Songs of All Time.
I saw a film today, oh boy.
Legacy, seen as the Beatles' most ambitious tracker turning point in rock history.
Want you so bad.
Backstory. Lennon wrote it about Yoko Ono, not love, but obsession. Musical greatness, minimal lyrics, repetitive riffs, ending in an abrupt tape cut and shocked listeners.
I want you.
Album impact, part of Abbey Road, which sold over 31 million copies worldwide.
And it's driving me mad, it's driving me.
Legacy, a precursor to doom metal and stoner rock, with bands like Black Sabbath citing it as influence.
To make you toe the line, you better run for your life if you can, little girl.
Backstory. Inspired by an Elvis Presley lyric, Lennon later disowned it as misogynistic.
I'll see you dead. You better run for your life if you can, little girl.
Musical greatness. Bright, country-inflected sound masking sinister lyrics.
Little girl.
Album impact on Rubber Soul, which sold over 6 million copies in the US alone. Legacy, a reminder of darker attitudes of the 1960s and Lennon's later evolution. Backstory, an avant-garde sound collage driven by Yoko Ono's influence. Musical greatness, tape loops, reverse speech, classical snippets, the Beatles at their most experimental. Cultural impact, interpreted by Charles Manson as a prophecy, linking it to violence and chaos. Legacy, hated by some, loved by avant-garde scholars, prove that the Beatles pushed boundaries far beyond pop. Backstory, inspired by the Tibetan Book of the Dead, Lennon wanted it to sound like monks chanting from a mountain. Musical greatness, groundbreaking use of tape loops, sitar drones, and studio experimentation. Legacy, credited as one of the first psychedelic rock songs, huge influence on electronic music and bands like the Chemical Brothers. Album impact on Revolver often ranked the best Beatles album ever. Backstory, Lennon wrote it like a twisted nursery rhyme. Musical greatness, eerie chord changes, unsettling storytelling. The hidden coda "Can You Take Me Back" adds a ghostly feel. Album impact, another gem on the White Album. Legacy, often overlooked, but modern critics see it as one of Lennon's most underrated dark songs. Backstory, Lennon wrote it to confuse over-analytical fans, but its imagery was grotesque and surreal. Musical greatness, layers of orchestration, choirs, distorted radio broadcasts. Chart success, released as the B-side to Hello, Goodbye, which hit #1 worldwide. Legacy, psychedelic nonsense with sinister undertones immortalized in magical mystery tour. Backstory, McCartney thought it was dark comedy, the others hated recording it. Musical greatness, cheerful melody hiding murderous lyrics.
Step back on the boy, he creeps up from behind.
Album impact, on Abbey Road 31 million copies sold.
Maxwell Silver had made sure that she was dead.
Legacy, fans still debate whether it's satire or tasteless, but it remains unforgettable.
Hey, Rocklore community. Before we continue, let's have a real talk for a second, bro. You know, this isn't just a channel to us. And I hope it's not just a place you come to watch a video and then forget about it. This is a community. It's a place where we get to dig up the secrets of rock and roll, share our favorite riffs, and celebrate the artists who maybe didn't get the love they deserved. Right now, only about 1% of our viewers are subscribed. We can change that together and grow this community. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button with the notification bell on. When you do, you're not just helping a channel grow, you're becoming a member of the Rocklore family. You're signaling to us and to YouTube that these stories matter, that this music is worth preserving, and that this community is a place you want to be, Subscribing is your way of making sure you're always in the loop. It means you'll be the first to know when we unearth a forgotten legend, drop a new countdown, or dive into a piece of rock history you've never heard before. So if you're a true fan of the lore, if you get that same feeling of discovery that I do, then come join us. It takes 1 second to be a part of something bigger.
Backstory. Lennon wrote it overnight after a period of creative block and despair. Musical greatness, bright harmonies, jamily guitars masking an existential cry for meaning. Chart success. Released as a single in the US, reaching number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100. Album impact on Rubber Soul, a turning point in Beatles songwriting. Legacy, a universal anthem for alienation, Lennon's most hauntingly relatable song. The journey doesn't end here. Rock Warrior, watch this next.